Migos Carpool Karaoke just dropped and it's got to be the best one yet. More high-profile YouTubers are taking a break, citing mental health as the issue, and I feel like that's the only time we get any press from mainstream media. It's always got to be a little negative. Riff Raff, that man's being blackmailed for $1 million. A man who abducted Tekashi and stole his chains, well, that man has been arrested. And Voice Over Pete, I love him, he needs your help. All this and more in just a second. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Famous News. Of course, I'm Michael McCrudden. This is our second episode ever on this channel. I'm gonna keep you up to date on everything going on in the entertainment industry from YouTube to Hollywood. We're also gonna talk about people on the come up. Now, I have a lovely lady who works with me in the office. Her name is Aylin.
Hi!
Today's a very special day for her. It is her birthday. How old are you? Well, you're not allowed to ask a woman how old she is.
21.
21 forever?
Forever.
Forever 21. Ah, 1, 2, 3, boom! I heard you're going on a vacation soon.
I am.
Where are you going?
I'm going to San Francisco.
Ooh, for how long?
For 1 week.
When do you leave?
This Friday.
So Aylin runs the Spanish version of Before They're Famous. You're taking a week off?
Yeah.
Oh, are we gonna have uploads?
Yeah.
We are?
We are.
Okay.
We're okay.
No
Don't
creator
worry.
burnout? You're doing all right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm glad you're getting vacation. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
subscribe. She's almost at 1 million.
Almost. So subscribe, please.
All right, I gotta do the news.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye, guys.
Bye. Remember, guys, we're doing this show every Monday through Friday. I need you to turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's get into the news.
I'm in the hospital.
You lie so much
Let's
to
send the location.
Okay, I
Now, Carpool Karaoke has been a massive YouTube success. It's also launched James Corden to new heights. When he took over that show, it was hosted by, what was the name of that guy, the Scottish guy? Craig Ferguson was the host, and that show was kind of struggling. But all of a sudden, they breathed new life into it, brought on James, and with him came the idea of Carpool Karaoke. Now, his video with Adele, it's pulled in 188 million views. Justin Bieber, 140 million. One Direction, 134 million views! My God. But now they have the Migos, and I really feel like this is gonna be the biggest one yet. Although at the time of this release, YouTube, it's currently broken, and it only is sitting at 1 million at the time of this recording. Still, it's absolutely wonderful. Take a look. It's amazing because you can feel like you're actually hanging out with the Migos, and who hasn't been on a road trip with your pals? Now, of course, they performed a few of their own hit songs, but the magic about Carpool Karaoke is that the stars, well, they're jamming out to some classics. We had them listening to some Whitney Houston, they had some Neil Diamond in there, and of course, they were doing the dab. Of course, they showed up in true Migos style. They had stacks of cash on hand. My favorite part, I think, is Takeoff in the back. He keeps grabbing James Corden. He kind of just wants to make sure he doesn't get left off, like he did in Bad and Bougie.
I ain't left out Bad and Bougie. You think I'm left out Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left out Bad and Bougie?
Now, they revealed that they had dropped $20,000 the night before at a strip club, and they weren't doing the dab the night before. In fact, we actually learned from them that men in their 40s, they ruined the dab. It's no longer got the street cred it did. But I wouldn't just blame men in their 40s. I'd blame white people in general. We ruined it.
Max, you almost fell. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead. Oh, Lord have mercy.
James, he also got to go shopping in true Migos fashion. Jealous.
That way. Which way, huh? That way. Which way? That way.
I'm not sure how you can top the Migos. It's a 3-for-1 on Carpool Karaoke. The whole car's full, and like they're the biggest rap group of our generation. They're the Beatles. All right, you guys probably remember the story of Tekashi when he got abducted. He also got pistol whipped. He got robbed of $75,000 in jewelry, also $15,000 in cash. Well, then the man, he had to jump out of a moving car. He flagged down a stranger. He then went to the hospital. It was pretty scary stuff. Now, a 31-year-old man by the name of Anthony Jamal Elson, he was a former member of Tekashi's crew. And when Tekashi blew up, this guy was a little peanut butter and jealous. He pulled some Suge Knight shit. Now, I was questioning just yesterday if when Tekashi makes the headlines for all these shootings, for all this gang affiliation, is he just trolling like the man is a master at the art form? But now that we see a man is actually behind bars, It puts things in a different perspective. He's that hood. In similar news, a UK man, he was described as looking as like Ross from Friends. Well, this man has finally been arrested after over a month. And the UK Police Department, they took to Twitter to state, following the appeal we posted looking for a man who resembles a well-known actor. We now have an update. Thanks to our colleagues, Met Police UK, a 36-year-old man was arrested in Southall last night on suspicion of theft. Thank you for the support, especially David Schwimmer. Now, David Schwimmer, he had given one of the greatest performances of his career when he reenacted this robbery. Now, he filmed this out in New York City. He posted it to his Instagram. He absolutely broke me up. He was my favorite Friends character. I just had to squeeze that in. It's probably my favorite news story of the summer. In other news, Riff Raff, well, he posted a video to Instagram revealing to the world that he's being extorted for $1 million. Take a look.
I've been keeping a secret for the last 4 years. I've been extorted and blackmailed and demanded I give $1 million cash to an escorting agency and to a fake-ass lawyer who's been running scams, working contingencies upon athletes and high-end celebrities trying to get money. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Jack, you ain't getting no million off of me.
Okay, so what's obvious here is Riff Raff, he's been rolling with some escorts. No real surprise there. But what he said at the end, it's my absolute fave. It's really good.
I'm not paying a single cent and I'm not cowering into a corner and falling into your scams. I refuse. And I want all my friends and family to know, if anything ever happens to me, make sure to take care of my Huskies.
Not the Huskies! Oh, that was kind of, I know how he feels. I have a dog myself. Anyway, just a note to the extortionists. You know, you don't go after a guy who's named Riff Raff. I mean, what are you gonna rob him of? His credibility? He sold that a long time ago. You know, what does he care? You're gonna talk bad, you're gonna expose me. He'd rather keep that $1 million in his pocket and go to the press himself, which is his Instagram account. Now, this story does go a little deeper. There's a lawsuit of $12 million in an assault case from back in 2014 at a Nevada brothel. He's denied all the allegations. We'll keep you posted. For a final news story, I'm going to talk about YouTuber burnout. Now, I spoke about this yesterday. Lilly Singh, she made a big announcement to her like 14 million subscribers that she'd be taking an unspecified extended break. And then today I saw that was the #1 story trending on Twitter. It was the world over. It made news headlines, not just here in Canada, but everywhere. And that kind of got me thinking, you know, like YouTube, when I was coming up on YouTube, I remember one of my videos was on like Billboard magazine and they were like, Deadmau5, did this guy on YouTube get your bio right? And he was like, yeah. I'd be getting promoted and getting shout outs. And then when Adpocalypse happened in 2017, the mainstream media stopped talking about YouTubers altogether. Then we waited like 8 months and all they would do would villainize PewDiePie or Logan Paul, blow that scandal up out into epic proportion. And now that they're doing this burnout, you know, Lilly Singh and Jacksepticeye, whenever anyone talks about the mental health issues they're having on YouTube, it becomes such a big deal. But to me, I feel like they're still throwing shade. Like, why not talk about some of the great work we're doing, some of the videos that don't make the press because they're not speared in controversy. You know, take a look at some of the people that we're doing, maybe work with us. All right, we're gonna talk about what's trending on YouTube right now. Now, the trending page is very interesting to me. It's evolved so much, and I think there's some positive to it. Like, they're pulling in a lot of channels that I've never heard of. This one today, that's in the #1 spot, is titled Story Booth. And there's a story here about a kid, he titled it, I don't really like my parents because they don't accept me. Now, this is a young man telling his story about growing up with conservative Muslim parents and coming out. And apparently this channel collaborates with any young creators who have a story to tell. They'll animate the whole thing for you. I think it's fantastic. It's like a platform helping aspiring creators, and then YouTube's helping, you know, aspiring channels. So it's pretty cool.
4 years ago, I tried coming out to them. Not once, but twice. The first time, they begged me to date girls because they took my coming out as a threat. The second time, and proceeded to fire a barrage of insults and false homophobic stereotypes about gay people.
Moving on to the next most trending video is Michelle Obama. She sat down on Good Morning America and she's promoting her autobiography. I think that's because I never made it before they were famous on her. She's probably a little upset. Anyway, she brought her brother Craig onto the show. What I found interesting is that these two are clones. Put a wig on Craig. Look at them. The two of them are identical. Weird.
Well, wow. First of all, it's still very hard for me to hear people say Mrs. Obama.
Still?
Yeah, still. After all these years.
Of course, there are multiple tribute videos to our man Stan Lee. We touched on this yesterday. We gave him our own little tribute. And Marvel, they did a fantastic piece. Well, who could do it better?
During this time, I think I've learned a lot about what young people think. More importantly, I think I've learned a lot about what young people are.
We also got the big news that the final season of Game of Thrones will be dropping in April. We didn't get a trailer just yet. We got an official video from the official channel, building up anticipation.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win. Or you die.
I never got into Game of Thrones. I don't have HBO, I sat that one out. But last night I watched Outlaw Kings on Netflix. Chris Pine's in there. I really enjoyed it. If you guys don't know, it's like William Wallace. What happened when William Wallace died? After Mel Gibson screamed, "Oh, freedom!" You know, the aftermath. Really great film. All right, so with this channel and the new news show, I want to promote more of you guys. Of course, I've told you, you guys email me, you DM me, and we're finally getting a chance to promote you here on the main show. We have a Before They Were Famous video that we're working on. I've actually been in contact with VoiceOver Pete via email, but he's having one hell of a week. Now, Pete, he first came to my attention when kids, they started tagging me on Twitter, asking if this guy was me in the future. And well, hey, I'll admit, I can see the similarities.
So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers, 250,000 subscribers, and still growing. Whew. The fact that we reached this number in such a short amount of time, it's just phenomenal. And I'm just amazed. Thank you.
Well, the gaming community, they've known VoiceOver Pete for quite some time. He was a popular choice on Fiverr, where the man would record what people asked him to say. He'd do it all for $5, and he was like rolling in work. Then all of a sudden, there was a credit card controversy. They had him reporting a joke, but everyone took it as like credit card fraud, and all of a sudden his Fiverr account was shut down. Now, PewDiePie, he came to the rescue, and he gave the man a huge shout out, and he helped surge VoiceOver Pete from like no subscribers to 500,000. And while VoiceOver Pete's, he's pretty excited.
All subscribers. Pete lost his job last week and was in great danger. He needed to become a golden star and get a couple of subs. Now to help him, all he needed was your credit card, 3 digits on the back, and the expiration month and year. And you were quick and you helped him secure the epic victory royal.
Hey, Pete, what are you ripping off my clouds for? That's my green screen effect. No, all good. God bless Pete. I hope we get his Before They Were Famous done soon. I like this guy. I think me and him do have a lot in common. Be sure to give him a sub. Of course, be sure to subscribe to this channel, Famous News. Turn on those post notifications, guys. And we're doing this Monday through Friday, so please join the party. Let me know what you're liking about this new show. Let me know some news stories that you want me to talk about via Twitter or Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next one.